Hey boo, it's Yvonne Michel coming straight from the den every Monday. You're listening to episode 13. I don't know. Honestly, I've been battling demons. I don't know about you, but around the holidays for me, it is literally stressful for me because I'm a Capricorn. I overthink. No matter bad outcomes, good outcomes, what ifs, all of that, all and above. And lately, I've been trying to literally fight them off. Listening to my first couple of podcasts, just trying to fight them off, think positively, and it's been so hard. Luckily, I have a really great support system, or my friends, my lover, all of that. And because honestly, water can be thicker than blood majority of the time. And especially around the holidays, that's when it really is for me. So lately, I've been crying. I've been contemplating. I sometimes I think the worst, and sometimes it's just a lot of overthinking that I've been trying to get myself out of lately because it's not healthy for me. So lately I've been just fighting that off. So Christmas, I didn't do anything. Well, actually, I stayed home. I was not feeling well because I haven't been taking my allergy medicine, and I desperately need some allergy medicine. So I've been hella congested. And when I don't take my allergy medicine, I have cats. I'm allergic to my cats, actually. So it's been a little bit hard of breathing. I'm still congested right now. So if you can hear that, I am so sorry. I know. Why the fuck am I allergic to cats? And well, I'm allergic to cats and dogs. I'm allergic to pet dander in general. So when I'm not taking my allergy medicine, it's really hard for me to breathe. On top of that, I have regular dust allergy, whatever. So pollen, whatever. So, on top of battling my demons, I've really just been trying to breathe. Just try to breathe and get through the day without sneezing my nose off constantly or anything like that. So Christmas, I didn't do anything. I stayed home. I actually decided to make lasagna. I made 2 lasagnas, and I got in a nice hot bubbly bath, and I watched some shows. Now, let me tell you why I did that. Like I said, I've been battling demons, and let me tell you what my demons are. One of my demons are not feeling like I am good enough. I feel like I'm not worthy to enjoy my time. I feel like I've constantly been excluded from certain situations or family matters that I don't feel that I should go if I'm somewhere that I'm not wanted, you know? And I'm not saying that I wasn't wanted, but I'm saying like I've been in a situation where that has happened before, and I didn't want to continue to do that. So I ended up staying home, not going to my family's side of the holiday. And I was going to go to my lover's side, but this overwhelming feeling of just being a downer, here's my second demon. I didn't want to be a downer at the holiday because honestly, I would have to force myself to smile, to laugh, to have a good time, knowing deep down inside that I'm not happy, that I'm not really enjoying myself. I'm just doing it for show so that I don't seem like the downer, so that I don't seem like the person that is depressed or something's wrong, or, you know, that I'm distancing myself or pushing people away, because that's not fun. Like, I don't want to be the person that ruins the mood of the room, you know? And I'm saying this because I have felt that I have done this before, so I didn't want to happen again. So I just told him, I was like, I told him straight out, I said, I don't want to sit there and fake like I'm enjoying myself and I'm really not. Because after I would go, if I've done that before. I went to a place where I'm not really enjoying myself. I just do it to show my face so that people don't, stir up questions like, what's wrong with her? Why isn't she talking? Like, why is she pushing herself away? Why is she so distant? And then I don't want to ruin the mood of the party. So I've done that before, and then I've noticed that they've noticed it, and it just makes me miserable because I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to make the room feel this way, but I know that I am doing this, and then I just end up crying somewhere. Like, I'll walk away, I'll go in my car or like in the bathroom, and I'll just start bawling. And I don't know. I can't tell you why I do these things or why this happens to me, but it does. And it really does hurt, because I don't want to be that kind of person. And this is something that I am working on myself. And I don't know if any of you are going through this, but I do want to tell you, this is the raw me. This is me pretty much every other time in a month, or every other 2 months or something like that. I believe it's in my blood, honestly. I'm pretty sure my mother is bipolar, and I'm pretty sure I am too, because I have noticed being a psychology major, or having a psychology major, you just notice certain things outside of yourself. And, you notice that you're doing certain things, but you don't really notice why you're doing them. I mean, you don't know why you're doing them until you really sit back and like, damn, I really just did that. This is what I've been doing, and this is a pattern, something that I need to get myself out of. So, yeah, that's what I did for Christmas. It wasn't as bad as Thanksgiving, so I'm going to root for that. I'm going to root for staying home when I'm not feeling well. Or sticking my neck out when clearly my neck doesn't need to be stuck out. Anyways, Thanksgiving can be spoken about another time. If you just ask me, I will tell you. So, those are the two things. And then another thing is, so the first one was what? Not feeling worthy, not feeling wanted, being in a place where, I'm clearly not wanted. I don't want to go there. The second thing is I'm forcing myself to be a certain way, which I'm really not happy about, and I'll just end up making myself even more miserable. So another thing is just feeling, I guess, I don't know what word I want to use. The word complacent is coming in my head, but I don't think that's the word I want to use. I just feel maybe like incomplete. Like, I was talking to my friend the other day, and we were talking about, just what is your purpose? Now, she was saying you don't want to go through your life thinking all the time, what is my purpose in life? Well, what is my purpose in life? Because then you're going to be continuously focusing on that. And the reason we started talking about that is because the movie Soul just came out on Disney Plus, and I watched it. She watched it, and she said, she was telling me about the part about where she was like, the little blue thing was like, oh, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't need to go to Earth or whatever. So she was like, my friend was like, if you keep focusing on what your purpose is in life, that'll make you miserable. And I was sitting here like, well, honestly, me focusing on what is my purpose in life has possibly saved me in a couple of situations that are times where I felt like I didn't even want to be here anymore. Where I am continuously thinking, okay, what is my purpose in life? That gives me hope to know that at some point in my life that I will have a purpose, and that there was a reason why I was put on this earth. There was a reason why that I was here, that I'm doing and learning these things in the order that I'm learning them in. So it just, it does give me a little bit of hope in that, and that is one of the demons that I have too. What is my purpose in life? Constantly overthinking about that, but not necessarily in a bad way, but really it just helped me, breathe each and every day, not only with God's help, but just mentally and emotionally, because it it really it really gets you thinking, like, what is my purpose of life? Why am I here? Why am I learning the things that I'm learning in the order that I'm learning them in? Why am I in this situation that I'm in right now? What am I supposed to be taking from this situation? It just gets me thinking and helps me to take another step forward, and made me make the decision of, for example, why I'm going to take the sign language class, or, you know, why I'm still going to school. Some people are just, they're like, fuck it, I don't care about school. Like, school is not for me. Sometimes school is not for people. And a lot of people are saying that nowadays. And I'm like, that's up to you. But I do want to go to school. I do want to get my degree eventually, slowly but surely, because I'm not interested in going in debt to get my undergraduates. I don't know about my master's or my doctorates, but not for my undergraduates. I'm not going to start off $15K in debt. I just don't see a purpose in that for me, because I know for a fact that financial aid is not helping me. My parents are not going to help me with those bills. Only I'm in my name is going to pay those bills. And the person that I'm, living with, we know he's going to help me pay my bills. I'm going to help pay his bills. But that's the only people that I know. Me and him. That's it. So it's just, I don't know, every step that you take in life is definitely going to be a harder step. Each higher step you go, it's going to get harder, and you just have to learn skills from the step that previously took in to get to get to the next step, and eventually just find a way to keep going on and on and on until you make it to your actual purpose in life. So, no, I don't know what my purpose in life is. In the movie Soul, he said that he was in love with music. He thought music was his purpose, and it was a really good movie. I really liked it. Jamie Foxx, that was good. But I think his purpose was to be a mentor, and he just didn't notice it. He taught a lot of students, and then he was teaching the little blue thing. Little did he know he was teaching a little blue thing about the blue thing's purpose in life. So I think his was just to be a mentor, to be somebody who's inspirational in young children's lives. And then his talent was music. Maybe it wasn't his purpose, but it was his talent for sure, and he had a really good one. So we can have many talents, we can have many skills, but you have one purpose in life, and I'm still waiting on that. I have a talent of singing, possibly poetry, and just, I guess, being headstrong as a Capricorn. But I've obtained many skills, through my professional life, and, through just being a woman in general. Like, each and every woman and each and every man out there, you have obtained those skills just from learning from your peers, learning from your family members. But you have one purpose in life. You have your own talents, that you may or may not want to share with others. And that is something that I think that we all have been just trying to work on. And I know for a fact that eventually you will get to it. No matter how long or how short your life is, eventually you will get to your purpose in life. And you will notice it sooner. I'm pretty sure not sooner rather than later, but you will notice it before that time, before the end comes. And it can be scary thinking about the end. Just don't think about it. Just put it out of your head, and just know that you should just live every day the best that you can. I don't want to say live it like your last, because we ain't trying to get crazy out here and run buck wild, but live every day to your fullest as much as you can, positively. And I will continue each and every day to beat these demons out of me, because they're horrific. They are The first one is honestly just, it's mind toggling, because you want to be better than how you're feeling, and you just can't help it. At one point, you're just constantly spiraling and thinking about all the worst shit in your life. And one thing I try to do is to flip it, to think about the positive stuff. One thing that my boyfriend does for me is he just tries to tell me, like, don't think about that, think about the positive stuff. You're still working. You have this, you have that, think about the positive stuff, let the negative stuff go for a moment, and just flourish on the positive. Now, I'm pretty sure you can hear my background. It is very loud with children. I wanted to put out content so bad that it is, yeah, it's a little loud with children. Only because I am with my little brothers and sisters right now, and just trying to spend time with them, but I also wanted to throw some content up. I'm watching them for the moment. I may even tell them to just shut up a little bit, because I'm trying to throw this out there for you guys. Because it was just on my mind actually for a couple of days, but they've been with me for a couple of days, so I'm like, you know what, this is it's as quiet as it can be. Let me try to throw this out there for you guys and just tell you what's been on my mind. So, other than those demons, I just flip it, try to think positively, have a good support system, not relying on weed or on liquor, or pills, whatever you're doing is temporary, relying on God. That's who I'm relying on. I've been trying to pray more constantly. Although I always pray before I eat, I'm trying to pray before I go to bed so that I don't have these crazy nightmares. Pray before I start my drive, wherever I'm going, to the store, to work, no matter what it is. I always pray for just safe travels and to keep my eyes peeled, and make me as swift as possible through the situation on the roads or anything like that. Something like that. And that gives me confidence. It gives me strength. It's not even it. God, my Lord Father, He gives me strength. So that's what I've been implementing in my routines, and just trying to use each and every day, all day, every day. I'm not perfect. I will never be close to being perfect, but I am improving and being a better me each and every day. Yeah, so let me talk to you guys about, I'm going to switch it off now, because you get it. It's shit that we all go through within ourselves. It may not be as, it may not be as back to back it is with me as it is with you, but it happens. It does happen to you, and I just want you to know that even if you're not religious, just think of the positive side of your life. Even the littlest things matter, and I'm pretty sure you're going to hear this in every podcast because it's so important. There's always a rainbow after the storm. Always a rainbow. That's what God promised, and so far He's kept that promise. I have not seen a lie yet. All right, so I want to just talk to you guys a little bit about what I want to try to do in 2021 with school starting towards the end of January and everything like that. I am going to try my very best. I'm taking 3 classes, so I'm going to try my very best to do what I wanted to do, is do a kind of like a merge, like a collide between YouTube and the podcast, and basically have both contents on there, because I do want to reach out to the people who don't have the time to listen to podcasts, or they don't feel as comfortable just listening. They want to see visually as well. And so, and I feel comfortable doing that. I would love, I would love to be in front of the camera, looking my very best, because like I said, sometimes I just be sitting here in my bonnet and some shorts and calling it a day, just hearing my beautiful voice, whatever. But I wouldn't mind doing my makeup or whatever, getting dressed and looking good for a podcast. I mean, because it's still going to be raw and real. You're still going to see me sitting. It's still gonna be the same shit you're hearing now that you're gonna see on that video, on that YouTube. And for those of you who don't know what I look like, then you'll know. So I will definitely keep you guys updated on when I will start doing it. I'm trying to get the equipment now, but I'm paying schools out of pocket and stuff, so it may just be a little pushback, hopefully no later than March. Who knows, tax money may come through and if it do, then that's good for me. I will definitely use it to buy my equipment. Yeah, so I just wanted to let y'all know about that I definitely do want to push forward on that because it sounds super fun to me. It gives me more, what do I want to say, creativity or creative options. So I want to do that. So yeah, I wanted to come to you because it was heavy on my heart, and I'm like, damn, like what if other people are going through this? Just battling their motherfucking demons around the holidays. And that's what I'm focusing on, just around the holidays right now, because my birthday is coming up. What's today? My birthday's coming up in a couple of days, and I think 3 or 4 days. And I don't like my birthday because my birthday is a holiday, and it's not for me. It's not technically my day. It's everybody else's day. So, I always push through it, and I just say, okay, it's, such and such's day. It's not mine. And I just move on with life. That's how I've been thinking, but I don't want to continue to think that way because then I'll start thinking negatively and get into my emotions. So when I get around the holidays, it just gets very for me, because I've been in situations where I was in a place where where I definitely knew that I was not wanted, but I was just there. And then there's times where they try to act like they try to single you out and say you're the problem, where I didn't even have any information to start a problem to become one. I look like the problem because maybe you're trying to start a family without me. Okay, that was a little shade, my bad. Anyways, maybe I'll have a story time on that later on. Maybe it could be my first YouTube one. I don't know. I definitely have a lot of topics coming through for 2021, and I just can't wait to share them with you. I may take a slight break only because I want to get this equipment in as quick as possible. And that means I gotta work more days, get more moolah, and then get that equipment for y'all and push it out on YouTube and here, and continuing doing Apple, doing Spotify, Pandora, wherever you're listening to me to, and YouTube, and just doing it up. I think it's super cool. I actually really think it's super cool. All right. Anyways, that is about it, my loves. Later, Bill. Okay, hold on. I cannot just end it like that. I can't just end it like that. I don't want it to seem like I'm throwing shade. I just want it to be the truth. And in order to tell my side, in order for me to tell my side is to let y'all know what is up, how I really feel, because the only way I could be me is raw, and I'm always gonna be raw about it. Now there may be a point in time where I may not to give you the full story. I may give you a little snippet, which is right now, but sooner or later you may get a nice story time from me, a couple of story times, and I may want to start that as the first one for the YouTube, because I do want something, I don't want to say juicy, I just want something real. I want something to let you know, shit is fucked up in the world. No matter how much you try, or, you know, just try to accommodate with other people's emotions and their way that they want things. It just reminds me that this is the reason why I do what I do and how I do things, because of the reaction of people that they have, and the shit that they do, the slick shit that they do. And it's not what I want to say. It's not hate that I'm feeling. It's just I'm being real. You know, I have no other choice but to be. I don't have no reason to lie. I'm not the problem. Now, I may be a part of it, but I'm not the sole problem. I don't just start shit to start shit. I do it for a reason. And it's not my fault that your ears are not open. The reason God gave you 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 1 mouth is so you can listen and watch your surroundings and watch what the body language more than you speak. That is the sole reason. He didn't give you 2 mouths so you could talk more than you should listen. And I forgot where I learned it. I think I learned it sometime in high school. Like, maybe it was like a English teacher or something. I don't know. I think she got upset with like a student or something and just told us that. And I hold on to that, and I'm like, damn, she is all right. Like, you got 2 ears, 2 eyes. Why you only got 1 mouth? There's a reason for that. So, and I think no matter how old you are, how young you are, you should always show respect to whoever you're speaking to. No matter if it's your children, no matter if it's your grandma, your mom, a co-worker, or you're an adult, you should give respect the way you want respect to be given to you. You want your children to respect you? You need to respect their little choices. They grow up, and they're not 3 years old anymore. They have their own opinions. They have their own personality. Now, of course, speak to them if they're doing something wrong, if they're being disrespectful to you. But if it comes to a way like, oh, I'm the adult, you have to listen to everything that I say, no matter what it is, no matter da-da-da. There's boundaries to that. And a lot of people cross those boundaries. So, yeah, I personally, I don't like disrespect. And I also don't like confrontation. So if I always end up in a confrontation, the first thing I would do is walk away. That's just the Capricorn in me. I walk away because I don't like confrontation. But if you provoke me, then I will get physical. But that's a whole nother story for another time now. So just don't provoke a Capricorn. We ain't toxic now. I just saw a whole little meme on Facebook or whatever talk about some toxic ass Capricorn. We ain't toxic. We just we a whole nother breed, okay? We be, I'm speaking for the females because I don't know how males are. For the females, we honestly are very headstrong. We like a dominant male in our lives because that shit is sexy. So if you come up, but not too rough and tough, like you need to back down. Like, we're queens out here. We're queens. We don't need no sissy bitch out here. But we also don't want nobody to be too aggressive. Like, we need a happy medium. Okay? Learn your moments. Know when to do the things that you need to do. So, no, Capricorns is not toxic. We just think before we do. And that's why I walk away first. I be ready to just squash everything, drop everything. We don't have to talk no more. I grab my shit and I go. That's how I am. That's the first thing that I do. But sometimes it's not always good. Depending on the situation, if you're at work, you can't just drop things and move on. You have to compromise. You have to work things out, which I definitely have to sometimes, most of the time, work on. I am working on it and I am getting better at that. But if it's something else like family, look, you're not paying my bills. I'm an adult now. You're not doing anything for me. I respect you. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you because I respect you. And that's why I'm walking away. Because if I stay here and I argue with you, then I'll look disrespectful. I'll be disrespecting you, which is not something that I was raised to do. I was not raised to argue with adults or people who are older than me. So that's why my initial response is to walk away. Look at my stuff, walk away, squash it, let it go. That's my initial response, because that's just how I was raised, I guess, and to be a respectful person or child. So hopefully that gives you a little insight of who I am, and I will definitely catch you on my next podcast. Later, boo.